A very good afternoon to everyone. Today we will study cultivation practice of Gladulus. Botanical name of Gladulus is Gladulus species. Gladulus belongs to the family Iridaceae. The name Gladulus was originated from the Latin word gladius meaning a sword. It is commonly known as sword lily because of its sword-shaped foliage. Gladulus is popularly known as green of bulbous ornamental plants and is native to Mediterranean region and tropical South Asia. Gladulus are grown in all parts of the world. In temperate countries, the most important period is summer. In tropical and subtropical climate, it is grown in winter season. Some commonly grown cultivars of Gladulus are Tropic C, White Prosperity, Priscilla, Summer Sunshine, Pusa Swannema, Jacksonville Gold, KKL1, Archana, Basant Bahar, Indrani, Kalima, Kohora, Aarti, Arka Kesar, Darshan, Dheeraj, Agni Rekha, Archana, Bindya, Shri Ganesh. Propagation of Gladulus. Commercially, Gladulus is vegetatively propagated through corm and cormels. For cut flower production, Gladulus is propagated by corms. However, for generation of the planting material, it is propagated by cormels. Gladulus is propagated by corms of at least 4 to 5 cm diameter. It should be healthy and disease free. Conical shaped corms preferred over flat one as it gives better flower. Soil and climate. Soil. Gladulus can be grown wide range of soils from a light sandy to a clay loam, but deep, well-drained, friable, rich in organic matter and nutrient are preferred. For best result, they require a slightly acidic pH 5.5 to 6.5 where most of the nutrients become available to the plant. For successful cultivation of this crop, mid-climate is ideal while very hot and too cold atmospheric conditions are harmful. The day temperature should range between 15 degrees Celsius and 20 degrees Celsius. Temperature falling below 6 degrees Celsius may cause frost injury to the plant. At the time of planting, the soil temperature should not be less than 10 degrees Celsius. Time of planting and spacing. Under not Indian condition, the Gladulus is planted in the month of October-November. For flower production and for any corm size, a spacing of 30 to 45 cm from row to row and 15 to 20 cm corm to corm is maintained. Depending upon the soil condition and size of the corm, the spacing may vary. The corm should not be planted too deep, not too shallow. The depth of planting should be 2 to 5 cm from the ground level. Corms are to be planted in a staggered manner at an interval of 5 to 15 days to get continuous flower for a long period. Nutritional requirement. 5 kg of FIM per meter square should be incorporated at the time of land preparation. NPK at the rate 1:2:2 should be applied 56 gram per meter square. Half of nitrogen, an entire dose of P and K is applied as a basal dose, whereas remaining half nitrogen is applied as top dressing after 30 to 35 days planting because at that stage the plant used to produce the spike. Intercultural operation. First one is irrigation. The frequency of irrigation depends largely on the type of soil and the prevailing weather condition. During warm weather, watering should be done twice a week sufficiently to wet the roots. A Gladulus crop must not be allowed to suffer from water stress, especially when spikes are emerging. Regular irrigation at an interval of 7 to 10 days depending upon weather is necessary. Overwatering should be avoided. Second, mulching. Mulching is important for conserving the moisture and reducing the weed population. Its effectiveness depends on the type of material and the thickness of mulch used. Mulching is done between and across the rows. To mulch the beds only when there is sufficient moisture, otherwise it will not serve any purpose. Fresh manure, chopped straw, dry grass, etc. can be effectively used as a mulching material. Earthing up. Usually Gladulus corm need 12 to 15 days for sprouting. Initial few days the corm should not be disturbed except the removal of the initial weed. Once the plant attain a height of about 15 to 20 centimeter, a light earthing up should be provided from both sides of the row. At this stage, if the weather is dry, amount of water to be applied. Occasionally, the weed should be removed and the soil should be loosened with the help of a fork. When the plant will be 5 to 6 leaf stage, the second earthing up should be done. Staking. At 5 to 6 leaf stage, the plant should be staked with the help of a bamboo stake or other material. During staking, care should be taken to avoid any damage to the underground comb and comb mills. Harvesting. For local market, gladulus is harvested when the lowermost pair of floret is fully open. For distant market, harvesting is usually done when the lowermost pair of the floret has just shown the color. For local market, harvesting is usually done in morning hours. Immediately after harvesting, the spike should be kept in bucket of plain water. For local market, it is advisable to send the flower in the bucket of water itself. However, for distant market, these are packed gently in some suitable card boxes. Wrapping with a loose paper, it is advised to provide some cotton ball soaked in water at the base of the spikes. Yield. The flower spike yield in gladulus is vary according to the cultivar, comb size, planting density, and management practices. Approximately yield of flower spike would be around 200,000 per hectare. Harvesting of the combs and commels. Generally, the comb and commels require 30 to 35 more days after harvesting to get properly matured. After harvesting of the spikes, water should be withheld and allow the plant to remain in the field itself. When the lower leaves start turning yellow, the comb should be harvested. With the help of a hoe, the entire plant along with the comb and the commel should be turned upside down. Then, with the help of cicature, the plant should be detached from the combs. These material are dried under shade. After that, they are completely clean, graded at the size and packed in a marketing bags after mixed with bevesting powder. Yield of comb and commels. The yield of gladulus comb and commel is influenced by the cultivar, comb size and other factors. Approximately 41.3 tons per hectare yield is obtained. This is for today. Thank you.